The DuPont-Bradley curve. What is it? It's about us, our culture, our values. It's about safety. It's about being more productive and more profitable. It's about leadership, our goals, and how we work together as a team. Okay, here's some history. Back in the 90s, we went through a major organizational change, which revealed a significant variance in safety performance at different sites around the world. Some had almost zero reportable incidents, while others, well, let's just say there was a lot of room for improvement. Of course, people cited lots of valid reasons for what was happening: an increased emphasis on record keeping, air quality issues, yada yada yada. Bottom line, there was a problem at some sites that needed to be addressed. So the chairman and CEO at the time created a team to find a sustainable way to improve safety performance while building business value at all locations. In fact, the goal was to find out how to have zero incidents throughout the organization. That's right, zero. Nada. Zip, zilch, none. Think it's impossible? Well, think again, because it's not. Enter the discovery team. The team went around and did surveys at different sites all over the world, talking with between 500 and 1,000 workers from the top down. They wanted to find out why some locations were operating safely and others were not. Here's what they found out. Pay attention now, because this is important. They found that the DuPont safety principles were alive and well at the best sites. They also discovered that there's a direct correlation between a group's culture and how safe they are, and how productive they are, and how profitable they are. Safety, productivity, and profitability. Pretty important stuff if you want to stay in business. They found that locations with higher safety reportable incidents had a lack of management commitment to safety, breakdowns in communication, and inconsistent safety leadership. They also found that sites with fewer reportable incidents had a distinctive safety culture that permeated the entire organization. So what's the key? Here's where the DuPont-Bradley curve comes in, so sit up straight and pay attention, because here comes the good stuff. Beaumont plant manager and Discovery team member Verlin Bradley had read Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In the book, Covey talks about the stages of an individual's development. Bradley and the team expanded this concept to organizational development, and the DuPont-Bradley curve model was created. So now you know where the name comes from. The DuPont-Bradley curve illustrates the strength of an organization's safety culture, or relative culture strength, and its relationship to the number of recordable incidents. It shows the progressive maturity of a safety culture by looking at a spectrum of behaviors and mindsets that move from those that are reactive to those that are dependent, then independent, and finally interdependent. It then shows how an organization's relative culture strength corresponds to the number of recordable incidents that are likely to occur, as well as other key aspects of risk anticipation and operational discipline, which affect key aspects of productivity, quality, and profitability. It sounds complicated, but it's not, so listen up. The first phase is called the reactive stage. Reactive behaviors are those that just come naturally to most people. Everything is left to chance. There's a general lack of management involvement in regards to safety. It's an every person for themselves, hey, accidents just happen kind of mentality, where chaos rules and no real safety measures are in place. In a reactive environment, workers tend to think that safe behaviors like wearing a safety belt, for example, are optional. Since nobody's enforcing it, they do it when they feel like it, and they don't when they don't feel like it. This is like kindergarten status on the progressive scale of safety cultural strength. And unfortunately, it's where a lot of companies start out, and where a lot of them stay. As you can see on the chart, this is also where you're most likely to have the highest number of recordable incidents and the lowest productivity and quality. Not a good place to hang out. Whether you're a company, a worker, or just passing through, it's a pretty dangerous place. Let's take a step to the right. The next level in improving the strength of a safety culture is called dependence. This is when management steps in and starts laying down a lot of rules. Now, it's not all bad. In fact, there's a lot of good. There's more training and an increased emphasis on safety. But the main motivation for following the rules and working safely is coming from the supervisors and other people in charge. When it comes to safe behaviors like wearing a safety belt, workers follow the rules because they're supposed to, not because they see any real value in them. They don't want to get in trouble, so they do it when they're told. at least when the safety supervisor's around. Now don't get me wrong, it's a move in the right direction. Incidents go down and productivity goes up, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. Take another step to the right. The next phase is independence. Individual workers start accepting personal responsibility for their own safety. They see the value in following safe work practices and do it on their own, regardless of whether a supervisor is watching them or not. Safe actions like wearing a safety belt are done not because it's a rule, but because they understand the importance and value of doing so. They develop safe work habits and are personally motivated to work safely. Workers have a growing sense of personal pride in their professional skill and performance, including knowing how to do a job safely. Incidents go down, and productivity and quality of work goes up even further. Safety nirvana, right? Not quite. One more step to the right. The last phase in the DuPont Bradley curve is what we're really shooting for. This phase goes beyond independence to interdependence. Interdependence happens when we recognize that we need each other. We're a team, and if we're going to work safely, I need you and you need me. What you do affects my safety as well as your own, and vice versa. We watch out for each other. We work together to make sure that everything that happens is safe for everybody. Safe actions like wearing safety belts are done not just for our own protection, but we make sure that others are doing the same because we care about their safety and we want to make sure that everyone around us is safe as well. We take ownership and have a lot of pride in our organization and in our team. This is our house. We believe, in fact, we know that zero incidents is not only possible in our company, it's what we expect. As you can see, the DuPont Bradley curve shows that there's a real connection between the relative strength of the safety culture in an organization and the number of reportable incidents, as well as the levels of other key business performance factors like productivity, quality of work, and profitability. Effective organizations also realize that they must continually step to the right in order to build, maintain, and improve the strength of their safety culture. The path to interdependence is an ongoing journey that we walk every day. So how does an organization go from being reactive to interdependent? It starts with the leadership, but it ends with us. And you are a huge part of that. At DuPont, we're committed 100% from the top down to building a safety culture that is interdependent. We are a team, and as a team, we're all in this together. Our goal is to have zero incidents. Every person on our team is too important to expect anything less. We're proud of the work we do. When we all work together, we can create a workplace where everyone is safe. We all go home to our families at the end of the day. We're more productive, we're more profitable, and we create a work environment that we're all proud to be a part of. The DuPont Bradley curve is a tool we use to help other organizations to see what is happening in their workplace culture and to help them move to the right toward interdependence so they too can enjoy the benefits of a safe and productive work environment. Everything starts with the leadership and extends down through every level of an organization. Using the DuPont Bradley curve to help companies improve the way they do business is just another way that we're working to make our world a better place for all of us to live. Zero incidents in the workplace is not just a goal. With the help of the DuPont Bradley curve, we're helping to make it a reality. So, that's the DuPont Bradley curve. Let's all take a step to the right.